Hi everybody. I wanted to talk to you today about self-awareness and how much self-awareness you think you might have. So what do I mean by self-awareness? It's an understanding of your emotions, your strengths, your weaknesses, what drives you, the needs that you might have. And the reason why I wanted to talk about self-awareness is because at the moment, I'm seeing with a lot of clients their need to increase their self-awareness, particularly when building relationships or managing relationships or strengthening relationships. So at the moment, a lot of people's jobs are changing. Many of my clients are going into new roles or they're looking for new opportunities. Some are going back into the office and have realised that, they haven't seen their colleagues for a year. And so they're quite nervous and some are feeling quite anxious about going back into the office. So how do you build those relationships again? And for some, they started work during lockdown, so they've never even met their colleagues before. So the focus on building and strengthening relationships and using your self-awareness is something that is coming up a lot. Now, those that have a greater self-awareness tend to be a lot more honest, not just with themselves, but also others. And they're also able to recognise the effect and the impact they have on others, but also vice versa. So whatever situation you're in, whether or not you're going back into the office, whether or not you're starting a new role, whether or not you're meeting colleagues for the first time, or if you're in the same position, but you're looking at new ways of working and how do you manage those teams further and those relationships, I want you to ask yourself 3 questions. So question number 1 is, how would you like to be perceived? And this actually is quite a good opportunity if you are going back into the office, that maybe if before lockdown there were aspects about a relationship that you didn't like or you wanted to change, now is a really good opportunity to be able to strengthen those relationships again. So how would you like to be perceived? Question number 2 is, how do you think you're being perceived? If you're about to start a new role and you want to build these strong relationships, think about how you were perceived in your previous role. Because sometimes the way we think we're perceived is not how we want to be perceived. So there's some honest reflection that needs to happen there with that question. And lastly, what do you need in order to become more self-aware, particularly around relationships? So have a think about those questions. Let me know how you get on, and I hope you find them really helpful. Enjoy the rest of your day.